So I've had plastic surgery. Seen a couple of videos floating around about people talking about having plastic surgery, whether they should do it, whether they should not. So I thought I'd share my opinion on it, really. Can you guess what surgery I've had? Is it my nose? Is it my boobs? What do you reckon? Any guesses? I'll just let you know that I had this surgery when I was, and it is purely cosmetic, I had the surgery when I was 18? 18? Yeah, 18. But yeah, the surgery I had was on my ears. On my little ears. I'll show you. I don't think you can really tell anyway. But yeah, basically from, yeah, ears. Yeah, so I had surgery on my ears when I was 18. Now looking back, I wish I'd not had it done. So basically what I had done, I just had them pinned back. There's like a tiny little scar behind. But ever since I was really young, I would say maybe 6 or 7, I just hated my ears. And to be honest, they never really stuck out that bad anyway. Like on pictures when I'm a kid, I'm like, they don't look like really big, they're not particularly big ears, but they just, I felt like they stuck out, and the left one is different to the right one. So yeah, I hated my ears, and no one, this is the thing, like no one, sorry it's really cold, my nose is running, no one ever said to me that I had sticky out ears, like nobody. I never got teased for it, I never got like bullied for it, so this was like a completely internal like insecurity that I had. And even as a kid, I used to go to, this is really sad when I think about it, I used to go to bed with like it was like, I must have been young, but like a baby's headband. It was like a tiny little headband that I'd kept since I was a kid, and I used to put it on at night because it was so tight, and it used to like squish back my ears, so that I thought if I wore it every night, then my ears would permanently kind of be stuck back. Obviously they weren't, they would be when you first took the headband off in the morning, and they just kind of like come out. But yeah, so at the time, it was always something that I always wanted to have done. And when I turned 18, not that my mum and dad were ever against me having it done, I just decided, fuck it, I'm gonna spend all my savings. This was like all of my savings. So when you're a kid, you get like a bit of money for your birthday. I'd saved all that and spent it on having surgery, and I think it cost about maybe £1,000. I think it was quite expensive. It was more expensive to have it when you're completely kind of knocked out, like, is that, I can't think of what that's called, is that, yeah, like general anaesthetic, whereas I just had local anaesthetic, so basically I was awake when they did it. So yeah, I went in, I had it done in Sheffield. You go in, they basically just inject this kind of like, God knows what it is, just inject this like stuff to make just all your head numb. And then they just basically slice down the back of the ear, cut some cartilage out, and then stitch it back up. And the crazy thing is that I was wide awake while they were doing it. And obviously you can't feel anything, but obviously you're seeing the scalpel, you're seeing blood. And all I could feel was like, because the blood had like trickled down my neck, I could just feel like this warm trickle of like blood. And obviously you can hear everything they're doing, so that was kind of weird. So now when I look back at it, I think, why would I waste so much money on something that's so superficial? And I think if it was now, there's no way that I would ever have it done again. Like I would not have it done. But I can understand if people do want to have something done, if it's something that they've always been conscious about. But the concern for me is people just use something about their body that they don't like just as a focus, as something that, I don't like this, if I change this then everything will be fine. Like if my nose was perfect, or if my ears were perfect, or if I had bigger boobs, if I had smaller boobs, then everything would be perfect in my life. And I sometimes think it's used as a bit of an excuse. So I think that's the thing. If you're genuinely having something done because it's something for you that you've always hated about yourself, then I'm not really against plastic surgery. But then at the same time, there's all these people that have got all these awful, like, deformities. And when I was in, I think it was in Vietnam actually. Was it Vietnam? Yeah. And this guy had literally no legs. No legs, he just had a torso, and he was like dragging himself like along the floor. And when you see things like that, you just think, what the fuck is wrong with the Western world wanting to have surgery to kind of make completely for cosmetic reasons? It's kind of really sad, isn't it? And then it just makes me feel like a bit pathetic that I was so caught up in like what my fucking ears look like. Ears are just to hear with, do you know what I mean? Or like holding your sunglasses on your head. But it's just fucking ridiculous, isn't it? So like, I think that's the thing. You've got to weigh it up. Like, is it really that important? And to me now, I wish I'd saved that money and travelled sooner than I did, because what good is having ears that are a little bit further back to your head than... I used to put blue tack behind them actually. I used to stick blue tack behind them like in the day so that they would stick back, but like, it's just pathetic, isn't it? And that's what we're taught. We're all taught that we're like, all this messaging, woo, like you're meant to look perfect, you're meant to have perfect hair and perfect boobs and a perfect body and perfect ears that don't even like stick out. And do you know what? I don't care. I don't really, well, actually I do wear my hair up quite a bit, but I never used to wear my hair up before. But now I would just be fucking proud of it. Like, they're just ears that stick out a little bit more than the average person. So, God, I'm talking again. I'm talking, once I get talking on camera, I'll just blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I'll shut up now. But yeah, let me know what you think about it. Have you had like cosmetic surgery? Would you have it? Is there anything you want to have it? Why do you want to have it? Like, yeah, I wouldn't be having any other surgery. Anyway, that's enough for me rambling on, so I will see you next video.